ain't no love there. That man don't respect her. He does not love her. That's a contract marriage, and it's being played out.
What do with that, y'all? This your girl, Such a Craziness, and I'm coming to you, and you with another Word on the Street segment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So, Rasheeda and her husband, Kirk, are spilling some tea on how they managed to stay married for 25 years, okay? They was at the VMA Awards, I want to say, last week, the week before? Yeah, I'm a little late with this tea, but it is what it is. But, yeah, they was at the VMAs, and the Shade Room had stopped them, and they asked him, how y'all been together for so long? How do y'all manage to keep it together, keep it connected? And this is what they had to say.
Did you guys give our roommates some advice on how you keep the love alive? Obviously, you guys have been through some ups and some downs, but still together. So what is the secret here?
What you would say the secret is? What you find?
I mean, the secret would be you got to understand you're going to deal with a lot of criticism from people telling you how you should be in a relationship. And I don't think people understand me and Rasheeda have been married 25 years. First of all, we best friends. We're friends first. And, we could talk about a lot of things, but you got to have a friendship and you got to understand everything ain't going to be perfect. Talk to your grandma, your grandpas, and figure out how these relationships make it, because it's about a team here. You need I always say you need a day and a night. You need a plus and a minus. So it's the team. Yeah, so it's like a team thing, and that's what we do. We work as a team, I get beat up a lot, but it is what it is.
I don't look at celebrities and people that's on these reality shows. They are not goals to me, because there's so much stuff that goes on with those type of couples that we don't really know about. But common sense telling me that he got her tied up in some type of contract, and she fulfilling her contract. All the businesses that they have together, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he got her just wound up in contract, and she just playing a role, because ain't nobody that damn stupid to stay with a man that repeatedly disrespects you unless she bound by a contract, and it's got everything to do with her business. Rasheeda, I hope that you got your own separate attorney and your own CPA, because Kirk gonna take you for everything you got.
What about for you, Rasheeda? Because you put us through some things, okay? So what is that for you on your allegedly?
Okay, so what was the question again?
Rasheeda, you know damn well what that question was, sis. You know it. You just trying to figure out how you gonna answer it. But yeah. How do you manage to still have the strength to be like, yes, I'ma stick by my man, even though he done cheated on me outside of the relationship? Not only cheated on me, got a baby outside of this marriage, something that we vow is a union, we as one. But you decided, for every reason, I guess I wasn't, there for you. Because that's another thing these men like to throw up. You wasn't there for me. Whether it's physical or emotional, or you just weren't paying attention, so I had to go elsewhere. Or we need to spice the relationship up, and you don't want to do that. What? Communication is a big, big part in having a relationship. Whether it's a friendship, intimate relationship, what have you, you have to have communication. Because you just never know what's going on in the other person's head. But continue, Rasheeda. What was you going to tell us, sis? What was you going to say that made you stay with this man for 25 years?
What's your secret to stay happily married after all these years?
You know what? I think with Kirk and I is more, I hate to even say this because people just talk so much, but it's the communication and really like understanding each other, because over time, just because you're married to somebody doesn't mean you really know them like you should or understand them like you should. And throughout years, I guess for us, because we've been together for such a long time, you evolve and change in life as you get older. So understanding each other and being open to that, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then most of anything, really communicating with each other and just being real with each other.
Do you have to relive certain things that are when you shoot Love and Hip Hop and then it airs, and then are you mad all over again? Like right now, their whole jazz
last night.
Oh yeah, listen. I tell you, I just told somebody, listen, the Kirk that was filming 9 years ago ain't the Kirk that's filming now, because 9 years ago I was new, 3 years in. I could take a lot. Now it's like I'm not really ready for what comes with it, but you know, she's the artist. I was the label. You know, we didn't even tell people we were married in the industry until 10 years later. So it's like a gift and a curse, but it's a blessing. But you know what else? The woman I married 25 years ago, 5 years, 10 years changes, and then 15 years it changes. So do I. So you have to learn how to deal with the more mature and different needs. Her needs are not the same when she was 25 years younger.
What are your needs now?
I like buildings and stuff and houses.
Buy her stuff.
It used to be hash browns at the Waffle House.
Hell, and it can still be the Waffle House with the hash browns on the side, but for me, a classic waffle with the butter and the syrup with a small high C fruit punch. That's just me, okay? But yeah, as well as getting houses and flipping them and making money, make money for you and stuff like that. I fully understand that. But my thing is, when it comes to Kirk and Rasheeda, granted, this is their business, this is their life. What works for them and might not work for most. Because they the ones who have to live with each other, okay? But when Kirk said, you know, people change over years, over time, hopefully for the better, and grow from their mistakes. But you seem, Kirk, to be going back in the same situation you was before with Jazz. Now, if y'all remember, Yandy had met up with Rasheeda to give her a rundown of the conversation that she had with Jazz when she was saying that Jazz alleged that Kirk was using their son to have relations with her behind Rasheeda's back. And with Kirk, to me, he don't be trying to take no accountability for nothing. Like, when it comes to Jasmine and they talking or whatever, he was like, if I feel like we're arguing or you bringing negativity to me, I'm not finna let you interrupt my peace in my household and stuff like that. I guess Rasheeda be checking them messages or whatever, but she ain't see that. That's why he wanted to delete it. Like, you know, shit like that. If you strictly talking about co-parenting, if you talking about your son, like, hey, do I need to pick him up from such and such, or how he doing, did my baby need something, then why do you feel the need you need to delete the message if you ain't talking about what you need to be talking about? So you must be doing some other stuff. Just like he was talking about seeing her in her birthday suit and stuff like that. I was like, see, I'm
gonna tell you something. If a man is cheating on you more than once, multiple times with the same woman, he care about that woman, and she gonna forever be in the picture. And it's like, for that to come out on the reality show, and then for them to post content holding hands like, you know, everything is good, why even be on the reality show to begin with?
And then with that whole sit down that they had with Jasmine, and she was like, I got the receipts, I got text messages, and she handed out the phone over to Rasheeda, and she saw what she needed to see, and Kurt looking all dumbfounded, like, boy, stop. You knew what you was doing, you knew how it was gonna play out, that's why you were trying to hide the evidence, okay? Period, point, and the mother freaking blank. Like, damn, aren't you tired of repeating this same cycle over and over again? But then when the reporter from Shade Room had asked them about Love and Hip Hop and how they feel about it getting replayed, you know, because they already done filmed it, but now they got to see it, or everybody got to see it on national TV, and how they feel about it. And it made me think about when they did the interview with Angela Yee, and Angela Yee was like, do y'all ever, you know, want to stop doing Love and Hip Hop? And this is what they had to say about it.
Have you ever, in your head, wanted to just get off of Love and Hip Hop, or is that something that you feel like, okay?
I mean, well, not to say it like that, but like everything comes to an end.
Yeah.
I mean, the clock is ticking.
Because sometimes when you're going through things that are really stressful and then people are watching and weighing in, it might be like, I don't even want to do this no more.
Oh,
like,
you definitely have that feeling.
Why do you guys keep coming back?
Well, first of all, let me say this. First of all, we're in a
businessman.
contract. That's number one.
We are in a
Contractually.
That will make you come back.
So, we're definitely in our last season heading here, you know. And sometimes things are promised to you. They are not always the way they seem to be because, you know, we look for growth, you know. And then sometimes the audience ain't ready for growth and they got to stick to a certain script. And that makes it a little harder. But do I love and hip hop? Yes, I do. Do I love? You know, we just did a segment with Mona because I had to give Mona credit because I mean, come on, Mona has created a lot of millionaires. Whether somebody said it or not,
Right.
you know, I know LaShawn is like in charge now with the Antoinette Media, and she's picking the torch up, and they're still running it together, and she has given us a great opportunity. But I won't act like it ain't changed my life. You know,
it's a great platform to promote what you have too.
The thing about it for me is like, okay, if you understand it and make the right moves, you got to deal with the positive and the negative of anything. Where there's day, there's night. Where there's, you know, happy, there's sad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to understand, like, when it comes to a show as successful as Love and Hip Hop, you're going to have to deal with the bullshit that comes along with it.
Right.
At the end of the day. For me, I totally agree. I say, you know, it has been an amazing platform for us. But once we got in, I would say season 2 is when we kind of realized, oh, this is some other shit.
Real.
Okay.
I want to be the
It's
OGs.
real.
Like, I want us to be the ones who they can come to. I don't want to be the one who has to always, like, be in the fire. Like, my ass been lit so bad. Like,
you've had enough.
And to be honest with you, I tell people, listen, I was building Rasheeda as an artist so long to toughen her up and not have thick skin and this and that. I never prepared myself because keep in mind, 10 years of our marriage, they didn't even know she was married.
Right.
And Mona exposed that, you know. So I was a secret for 10 years. People don't think about it. I don't know how many men would even be a secret to be married for 10 years. And I don't know how many women would even, like, that's crazy.